Hello, good morning, good evening, everyone. I will give around 5 to 7 minutes presentation about my experiences as an MSCA Fellow. So I hope you could learn a thing or two about this. Like Tiffany, I'm also a researcher at the Food Engine Network. So my ESR call is number 13, which is Understanding Carrageenan Extraction Principles. So it's about seaweed. And also uniquely, my host is actually a company and not a university. So I was employed by Cargill R&D Center Europe, but my university partner is KU Leuven, where I will get my doctoral degree from. Also with INRAE Agroparitech, and I'm doing my secondment right now at Paris. Okay, so first of all, how did I learn about this opportunity? I was in my master's program in the US in the year 2018, and I think somewhere in the middle of the year, before August, I actually got this information from an email of the university department. I also did not know about Euraccess before, but interestingly, the department also received it from a higher institution. So it was a relay of emails. So if any of you want to know more about PhD opportunities, I really recommend to find your professors maybe, or if there's an international office in your university, they would know, they would probably receive a lot of information about these kind of opportunities. And also interestingly, for this Food Engine Consortium, out of the 13 ESR calls, there was only one topic about seaweed research, and it was hosted by the company Cargill R&D. So if you're in the food science, you know that Cargill is a big name, and I'm also personally interested in seaweed, so it sparked my interest. And then I know that most of you who have a master's degree or just finished master's, you would have this dilemma whether should I continue my PhD or should I go to work. I think you should take your time to think, do I want to do a PhD? Know that doing PhD is challenging. It's not always a golden ticket to a better life. Do I want to commit 3 or 4 years of additional research? For me, that time I was also in this dilemma. I wanted to go work or do a PhD. I didn't know, but because of this unique call by Cargill R&D, and also for me doing a PhD, I set it as a personal achievement for improving my skills. So some of the things you could try to see whether doing a PhD is the right decision for you. Try to think, what are your career goals? Do you want to work as a professor? Then definitely go for it. Do you want to work in a company? If so, then where do you want to stay and work in the future? Because I know that different geographical locations might vary whether they have PhD opportunities in a company or not. And also, in my case, in a background like food science, where I do know that several companies, they have research centers and they do have PhD degree employees in those areas. So then I set my heart to applying for Food Engine. So how did I approach this application? Basically, I asked myself whether the research consortium matched my general education background. So I did my undergrad in agriculture, and then I changed in my master's to food science. And then I did see, yes, okay, this consortium was pretty much in line. And I do have to say that complete background linearity is not a must. So for example, in my master's, I did fat or lipid research. And then I just make a U-turn or a right turn towards the seaweed research. In food science, yeah, these kind of things are still similar as long as you have the basic chemistry, you can understand. So I think this is also good to know. And then again, like I said, did the research project, did the topic match my interest? Was I interested in the partner institutions? Like I said, because it was unique, it was a company hosting me, so I applied to that one. And how is the PhD training special? I would have to say that this Marie Curie Horizon program is very special because this is my first time seeing that there's a unique combination and a mature partnership between industry and university experience. Maybe in other parts of the world, only the professors get to deal with the industry, and then the students just do the research. But in this one, you get a direct meetings and access with all the institutions involved. Also, like the previous panelists have shown, you get to experience the European life, research, and work culture, which I would have to say that in terms of research culture, Europe is probably the best because, as you know, a lot of famous scientists, also Marie Curie herself, she was from Europe, and then so this research logic is very strong here in Europe. So it's very nice to look forward to. Also in Europe, PhD is seen as work, so you're entitled to several benefits. And also for those hosted in industry, I would say that your status and contract is from the company, and this could count towards your work experience perhaps. So my advice to you, if you have already decided I want to do a PhD, okay, now how do I increase my chances? First of all, I would say don't be afraid to apply. Your supervisors will not expect you to know everything. So apply for things or for research topics that you're confident in. Also, prepare for your interview. So once you got screened, and then if you are called for an interview, you should really prepare for it. They could ask some technical questions regarding the topic, but then be genuine. Don't act like you know things. If you don't know, then just say, okay, I don't know about this, but I would learn more about it, for example. And if you're asked to write a research proposal, don't be scared. It is bound to change. For example, my research proposal that I submitted was completely different than in the end what I did. So like I said, project may also change after you start. It happens quite often actually. And also then, since it is a PhD, they would expect you to showcase your research experiences, your skills. So for example, if you have written a thesis before, if you have published a paper before, or you went to conference, do highlight these ones. So finally, my advice again is don't be afraid to apply to this program. Be proud of your past research and work experiences to boost your PhD application. Thank you very much. I think that is all, Suzanne.